So, back to October again. I'm going to do some monster drawings this year, and I've decided I'm going to basically make original monster designs on 2 themings each week. So this is what we've got this week is muscle and scale. So muscles, I've got lots of reference material here, or just like ideas, what I want the kind of thing at. And scale, so it's going to be a scaly, muscly lizard thing bob. I've got lots of different reference images all scattered around here. I'll be referring to them as I go along. Ooh. Always have reference, it's always good, especially if you're doing something original. And so basically, this is the beginning creative process of this, and I just thought it'd be interesting to show me live doing the creative process, and then I'll speed it up at the end once I've got something I like. So, what I've got here is I'm going to make a bipedal, I think, but may not be just limited to 2 limbs. You got the back, you got lizardoid legs, which are kind of like this, and they're very animalistic. The back crow, so I'm not doing that. Oh yeah, my roughs are very rough, so don't worry about that. And because I'm using muscles, I'm going to make them very top heavy, and it's going to be a male this one. Probably do a female for the next one, but yeah, make it very top heavy. And I do think I'm going to go for a lizardoid head. So something maybe roughly around that. And you maybe like a rough like that, and I'm not too happy with that, so I'm just going to start again. But I'm going to start this time. I'm going to probably make like top heavy lizard head, because maybe I'll give him a big head, because that is like a lizard theming. It's like the very large geeky like kind of head. And what I'm thinking is I really do want a lot of upper body, so maybe I'll just go a bit weird and have like a very small tiny leg part. Think about the hips here, so you get like the hip size here, and then again I'm going to do the inverted legs here, and then maybe I'll give him a stubby tail. Maybe I'll have it fork out just because it's so unique. And maybe I'll give him mobile arms, because that's an interesting thing to do with muscle. Just refer back to some of my muscle sheets here and think about the connections on here. So probably have like double pectorals if we're going to do something like that. Yeah, I know the head's massive. I'm probably going to keep with that. Just have a really upper big torso. It's kind of interesting. And big muscles here, big muscle down here. We get a reference of a lizard's foot, because I want to see. I'm probably going to use these kind of like natural lizards. I have got some dinosaur references, but I kind of wanted to vary away from dinosaurs. It's not really what I wanted to go for. I've also got bird features, because birds have very scaled feet as well. But yeah, as I was pointing out here, like I just looking at the shape and looking at the way in which it unlades like that. So yeah, it might make him like a very stubby. So I might actually have the tail drag down a bit fatter, and then have the stubby inverted legs like this. So he's kind of started. Lizards are kind of like very crawling like creatures, but they can support themselves by their own weight. So, and the way that foot is designed, it's got like the outer toe is the one coming out like this, and you got the inner toe is very elongated, and I might even go for that because it's having these like long elongated legs, and it's a bit more stubby. It's a little bit unique, because you tend to see a lot of fin designs. Do I want to make him bestial, or do I want him to have like a toga or something? I might do. I might have him have like a toga. I'll think about that in a bit. Might be a cool display if I have him like grasping like a stick or something. Not necessarily don't know if I want him to have like a spear. I might just have a crooked stick or something like that he's holding. That's not too bad. I kind of like that for the rough. I probably might change it a little bit. Let me take the opacity of that down a little bit, and then I'll start a new layer. Go for a little bit of a dark blue. I tend to like to using blue as my underlook code, so I've got a reasonably cool shape going on here. Let me refer back to my head designs that I might use. I've also got armadillos as hell here, because I thought that might be kind of neat for armadillo scales. So there's a couple ways you can design lizards. You can have, like I say, they've all got very large heads though, so I want to keep to that theming. But depending on where you want the eyes, I could make it more humanoid, the eyes would go further back, or I could make it more kind of bestial and have the eyes kind of further close. I want them quite small, so I might do something like this. And then their noses are quite stubbed. I've actually pulled the jaw back too far here, so I'm going to bring it forward. And then maybe have little lips like this kind of thing. They got long protruding back lips. Maybe I'll go for an open mouth slightly, and so I can have like display of its like forked tongue, because I'm going to use that. And now that I'm coming off the head a little bit, I kind of want to think about what I want to do with the muscles. Go back to the muscle images for a second. But I want the facial muscles, so I'm going to look for one of my face muscle ones. Because I'm kind of thinking using human muscles, like as if he was like an inside out person, but then adding scales on top of that. That's the kind of I'm going for. Like a scaled nostrils, they're quite high up, and they're usually adjacent with the nose. I'm going to give it a big over-emphasized snozzle here. And then you got flappy muscle kind of right down here. And I really want to kind of have it protrude down and then go into the more humanoid muscles, and I'll add scales on top of this. So now I'm thinking about the layer of muscles that I want on this character. I'm going to actually take the opacity on my pen down a little bit so I can have kind of the tone I want going on. I wasn't happy doing that. I'll just take my pen size down so I've got more scrapiness going on. So it's a bit more like using a ballpoint or something. There you go. So yeah, I'm going to utilise the kind of muscle frame here. And like I said, I'm probably going to stick another arm underneath this, just underneath his armpit. But I'm going to make it a bit more lizardoid. So kind of like Tyrannosaurus style arms maybe, but like that human. But I want to have the muscles be realistic to what's going on. Since your pecs are connected to your arm muscles, it's important that that kind of makes sense. So yeah, what I'm talking about is like this sort of jazz, where you've got the muscles coming in and being connected to the pectoral muscle. So I want to be able to use that, and they like kind of like twist in here. So it's gonna that muscle is probably gonna overlap the top of this one, and then this arm's gonna probably be slag and just like lay to the side here. Like I say, I want to be very big. So this arm's way too small, so I'm gonna put it out if I want it to match this. And also this muscle's too small, so I'm gonna posture that up. That's why I like using the scratchy kind of little liner style, so I just build up where I want to build up. So you got that, and then I'm probably going to have the other arm, this one, adjacent, like here, but I might have it like cropped underneath here. So like he's kind of semi got like folded arms in a way. And then again, I want those muscles to be able to have a nice pectoral line. Since his chin's here, you kind of want a pectoral line going down like this. And then I want a big stomach, because I want to have this character have like kind of chub going over, but I want it to be kind of like a six-pack stomach. So there's going to be lots of muscle protrusions out here, which doesn't necessarily have to be human, like in that muscle protrusions. I just want to have the representation of a six-packy kind of feel down here. And I think what I do is I'll probably have a toga of some kind here. Maybe I'll put some pouches or some shit on there. I don't know, some flourishes onto that one. And again, like this would be where the hip bone would be, and so I'm probably going to have this tail come out a bit more thick around here. I'm going to have this big fat tail, I think. So it's got like very heavy body down here, and then again, I'm going to use that lizard-like claw structure other than a hand. So let me just check that again. Again, the outer finger, which would be the adjacent to like a pinky or something, this one here, is actually quite protruded down, which is something unique to lizards and birds. Birds have it a lot as well. So I'm probably going to try and utilize that. So if we say this is going to be where the wrist is roughly, have the fingers come down and claw around, and then maybe have the you know, like thumb-like protrusion, which is, they're not identical to thumbs, so you can't really do exact, but that going on there. And if I'm going to do this over here, I'm going to probably have a lot of like folds going on in the scales. Except I'm probably going to do something with flourishes in the back as well, and I'll probably like have protrusion coming out of the spine around here. The arm muscles all being overly emphasised because it's a nice grab motion, which does emphasise the arm muscles. But since I'm going for this kind of crockety hand look, I have to remember that this is the lower finger. It's going to be like around here, so I'll probably have it crocked around like that. And then the upper ones will probably crock around like this. So I'm probably just going to cheat and have the stick protrude out what I need it to protrude out, and have like a notch here maybe. And again, I'm going back to do a little bit of this. I want this really fat. I still think I might fork it, just because it's a bit of an interesting design. But I might have it fold over itself and give it some emotion by like having the eye like slightly angry and a bit of a grimace. And then teeth, I'm probably just going to put lots of sharp teeth. And again, I'm going to do this leg and muscle it out. And again, matching the feet, because the two hind legs on the lizard usually are quite identical, with maybe slightly elongated toes, like thus. That's kind of a cool look I've got going on here. Like I say, I'm going to have the arms down here. I'm pretty happy with that. See if I can add anything to that, see if I can get a little bit more happier with it. I don't know if I want to keep it like this or not. Let me have a little like run around with it. Maybe I'll stop recording just for a bit while I just get something I'm happy with, and then have a little another chit chat. Right, so we're back, and I decided to just add limbs, to be perfectly honest. So I added like 2 extra limbs on the back legs here, and I added 2 limbs here and here. I'm just giving you like a strange pose thing going on along with the cross arms, and I elongated the neck a little bit more and pulled out the arm a little bit because I wanted to emphasize that the overly toned neck region, and I still want to keep this bit humanoid, but I wanted to make here the rest of him a little bit more creaturey like. So I ended up having like the double legs back just because he was looking too human to me, and so I wanted to get rid of some of that. But I still wanted it to be intelligent looking, and that's easily done by making them look more humanistic. Whoop, let's get rid of all these trail lines. So I'm going to go in now. I'm going to go maybe just have a think about the inner details of it. I'm quite happy with it now. I went around and just kind of went over it until I saw something that I wasn't happy with, and I just subtracted. So now I'm just going in with some thicker black lines. I'll probably just stop recording again now and just let you watch the rest of this video as it plays out. So hopefully you enjoyed that little insight into the creation with the muscle and bone and scales as well, and hopefully this is kind of interesting to you. But like I say, I'm going to use the muscle lines down here to kind of indicate what I'm going to do with the scales. Well, enjoy.